Well, hi there, this is DBT, and it's time to continue playing Doom 4 or Doom 2016, whichever way you prefer to call it. I call it Doom 4. It's fun that way. Okay, we have arrived on map 10, I think. Map level 10, whichever. Titan Realms. I don't know why that was so difficult to say. I have to say, this actually was the map that I used to rip a lot of the sound from the game when I was working on D4T. Because when you take out the music on this map, this place is fairly quiet. I mean, once you kill everybody there. So... oh, that wasn't enough to kill you. It has to be right in the eye. So yeah, this is the place that I use for that, because it's fairly quiet, even though I remember I would go over here to the corner, and that's where I would record the sounds, and some of the reticles too, when I was ripping the reticles, before we had access to the actual files, to open the files and all that stuff. Okay. Oh, detonate, of course. Sorry, I'm a bit cold. I haven't played in a couple days. No, not days, a couple weeks maybe. I don't know. It's not as long as it usually is for me, that I spend, I don't know, like a couple of... hold on, the music might be a little too loud. Let me just lower that a little bit. Alright. So yeah, maybe it's not my usual... Oh, hold on, I remember. Kill a lost soul with another lost soul. This is a pain in the ass to me. It really is. How did I do it? How did I do it? I think I used this. I don't remember. Let's all hope for the best. Nope. Jesus Christ. Oh my. First, let me get rid of this. No. Ah, fuck this shit. Sorry, I need those lost souls, so... I'm not happy to do this. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. Let me put my freaking phone on silent mode so that I don't get more noises. It seems that... hold on. Ever since I uploaded some of the teasers, I keep getting notifications every 5 minutes or so. Who would have known, right? Okay, I wouldn't spend too much time trying to do that thing, because it could really take me forever. So I'm just gonna hope for the best here, that I can do it. And if I don't do it, I'm sorry, my completion is completely fucked up. Oh, hello. I don't think that Mankey was over there already. Well, the shot. No, he was. Yeah, there it is. Oh well. Too bad. Oh, will you die already, please? Thank you. Okay. So the thing about the lost soul is that I have to kill one lost soul with another lost soul. Come on. Yes, there we go. The explosion of one killed the other. That's exactly what I needed. And I have more BFG ammo. Woo! Your name was? Oh, pick it up. There we go. Alright. What else do I have for challenges? Atop the mountain on a Baron of Hell. Okay. Dominator. 20 demons while using power-ups. Yeah, that should be doable. I don't think that will be much of an issue. Now this map, I always tend to forget where the hell is the switch for the secret unlockable level. Maybe that's something I should do in the future, to record... oh, it's over here, the secret. Record me playing those levels, because god damn it, they're difficult. And mostly because of the pinkies. Goddamn pinkies, they're a pain in the ass. Okay. Now, how am I doing? I have 4 Praetor suit tokens. Equipment, dexterity or environmental shit. Equipment. Yes, let's just go. Yeah, fuck it. Alright, there we go. So I should be able to spam my equipment more now. To be fair, that's actually something kind of interesting. When I played Doom 4, or Doom 2016, long ago. Come on. I really didn't use the equipment like at all. Just very rarely when I remember to use it, but in general I just didn't. Then it was so much so the case that even when I was doing D4T, I wasn't completely sure how some of the equipments were supposed to be working. So I just did what I thought was appropriate for them. Jesus Christ. Hello, friendly guys. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do the double trouble. I was gonna say double trouble. The double trouble mastery, but oh well. I guess completionist and shit. Yeah. So as I was saying, when I was working on different, where's the switch? There's a switch somewhere, isn't it? Oh, here it is. That was closed just a second ago, wasn't it? I think so. This doesn't open. All right. Fair enough. This is a place that should open at some point. I'm not sure when though. Hello. Okay, this opens so I can move on. So I think this is when the place should be open. Isn't it? Yes, it is. Good. Alright, let's get another one of these. Actually, oh, only 2 more. Let's go with charged first, just because I rarely ever use it. Didn't I get this? I don't know, maybe I did get the wrong save file. I'm thinking if I didn't get this thing before, but oh well, whatever. So yeah, the equipment I rarely used, so I did the best that I could with the information that I had. I tested them a little bit, but I didn't really use them enough to know what was their use. Then multiplayer happened. I was like, at first, oh shit, okay, that hurt pretty bad. Okay, first death, and that's just Ultra Violence. I'm not even playing Nightmare. Somebody was saying that they were able to finish Ultra Nightmare with just 5 deaths, and I replied that, well, I had 5 deaths just in the very first fight, so yeah, I'm not good. Anyway, so then I was really like a skeptic about the multiplayer. I'm like, no, this is not Quake. This is not exactly Quake, so therefore it sucks. Yeah, I have to admit that was my mentality. Like, this is too slow, and the loadouts suck, and you know, all that stuff. But then I actually gave it a shot. I decided I needed to test it in a fair situation, you know, to give it credit for what it is by itself. And I found it to be actually quite fun. Once you get the hang of the weapons and all that stuff. Oh, hello. Come on. Okay, 1 monster, but good enough. Oh, shit. Really? Oh, fuck me. Jesus. There we go. I'll get more into the multiplayer thing, because there's some thoughts that I want to express on that. But so when I was playing multiplayer, that's when I started to use the equipment, because I noticed, I saw how some people were kicking my ass with the equipment, and I'm like, well, that's one really good way of using them, you know. So I started looking into them and trying to understand what they were for, how they worked and all. And that's when I fell in love with them. And I'm like, well, this is definitely a part that I did not oh shit, I didn't use a power-up. Damn it, I'm supposed to use power-ups. Oh jeez. Oh Jesus. I guess it's over here. Well, let's hope. Oh, here's a quad damage in this place. I remember that much. So yeah, I saw how some people were using the equipments and kicking my ass with them, and that's when I thought like, oh, you know, they don't seem to suck. So I kept using them, and I learned quite a few things in regards to how to use them, what was useful for what, and all that stuff. So once I had learned that, okay, hold on. I'm just trying to kill as many monsters as possible while I have the quad damage. Hello! Oh, I thought it was a Baron. Well, 12. So one more power up, I should be able to. Hello there, you little fatty. Which weapon am... Okay, plasma rifle I'm not using. So yeah, I learned how to use some of the equipments. I fell in love with them, and by the time I was doing D4T, I said I definitely need the equipments, and I just didn't want to do the spammy thing that happened in Doom 4 and in D4D, where you get all of them and you have to cycle through them. So that's when I implemented the whole system about dropping when you get a new one. But yeah, so that's how I decided to add the equipment into D4T, because I really started to enjoy them in D4 or Doom 4. So that's that story. Before I jump into the multiplayer weapons, there's something else that I hate about... I hate so many things. I'm a hater, basically. About the plasma rifle and the chain gun. This is something that came up, I believe, in Reddit. I replied to some post in Reddit about it, where I did express the fact that these two weapons basically are just terrible. Whoever came up with the idea of making the aiming with these weapons different than with the rest of the weapons was not right, was not raised right. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh, I thought it was. Come on, do it already. Here we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah. All of the weapons you can aim normal. I mean, you move that much the mouse and you move that much the aim. The plasma rifle and the chain gun, they don't work like that. When you're firing, your aim is slower, so the regular movement of your hand that would turn in a 180 turn doesn't do that. It does less. So it's really frustrating because you're trying really hard to oh hello to aim properly, and you're used how all the weapons aim, how they work, and suddenly you find this weapon, or you're trying to use this weapon, and what you find is that your aim is fucked up because they decided to change how fast you can turn with it. They made it slower. I think that's a terrible decision. I think that's really freaking bad, and actually that's one of the reasons why I never use these weapons, not even in multiplayer. I always was curious to try the chain gun in multiplayer. Is the weapon that I use the least, precisely because of this, because I cannot aim the way I want to aim. So I don't know who came up with that idea, but I think it was a terrible decision. So yeah, there is that. Now, about the multiplayer weapons, again, this comes a little bit because somebody, again, in Reddit was mentioning something, saying how all the weapons in multiplayer sucked except for, I don't know which ones they said that were good. I had to respectfully disagree, and by that I mean I started to insult him. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I did. I told him how I don't agree with that. I think the thing about the weapons in multiplayer is that you need to learn how to use them. You need to know what they're for, and once you have that, then you can use them properly, with a few exceptions. But this ties a little bit with the idea. Sorry that I go into talking about D4T. Isn't there a Berserk somewhere over here? Or is it after I return? I'm not sure. Sorry that I keep bringing D4T, but this is something that it's kind of relevant in regards of my appreciation, how I learned to appreciate weapons. And originally in D4T, when I was working in D4T, I decided to leave some weapons out because I'm like, nah, these weapons suck. They're no good and blah blah blah. And you know, I had this preconceived ideas of the weapons because I tried them for 2 seconds in multiplayer, and I found that they were not of my liking. I was like, no, this doesn't work. What the hell is this for? This is shit. So that was how I approached which weapons to keep in D4D. By the time I was working in D4D, hold on, I know that's where I have to go, but I just want to check there's nothing else to do down there. Although I think you can... You see, there's something that I'm missing down there. Hold on, I have to check it because I missed a lot of shit on the previous map. Where am I going the right way? No, I'm not. It's this way, I think. Okay, it's that way, but it's closed. Okay, good to know. So yeah, that was the criteria that I used to select which weapons stayed. I like them or not. And the problem with that is that I had tried them for a very, very short time. Oh, I remember this. And I have tried it for a very short time, so it wasn't a fair chance for the weapon. It opens over there and I'm already here. So instead, by the time I was working in D4T, I had already tried it. I had already played multiplayer for a significant amount of time, enjoying it quite a bit, and that's when I noticed that a lot of the weapons, if you just use them for the sake of using them at random, they're gonna suck because you're not using them right. And that's what I was telling this guy on Reddit, that the weapons, they were designed, or it seems to me, that's how I read into them. They were designed with a very specific use in mind. They're not how they say that one, catch-all kind of thing. They really have a purpose, and you need to understand what that purpose is in order to use them effectively. The only two that I have not really figured out how to use. I could use that. Maybe I should use that just so that it marks it as killing monsters with power-ups. I shouldn't be doing this while the freaking power-up is running. God damn it! Hurry up! Hurry up! There we go. That's another. Okay, you know what? Don't have time. I want to kill you. I need the counter. Oh well, that worked. At least it was like 3 months. That could have been the 4th, but oh well. This looks like there's something in here. No? Okay. Okay, this is where the freaking thing opens. Oh, it's over there. That's where it opens. I just need to find the switch. And that's the part I don't quite remember where it is. Is it over here? I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I played this level. So... it doesn't seem to be here. I know it can be too far from here, but we'll see. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Oh, come on. Really? I'm telling you, I suck against these guys. Oh, really? Jesus Christ! So, for example, one of the weapons that I did kind of keep in D4D. Hold on, I really need to figure out where there's something over there. Oh, that's for grenades, yeah. And I have one more Dragon Ball. Let's go with... which one should I go with? I don't know. I think I'll go with armor. Where's the switch though? That's what I'm worried about. Where the hell is the switch? Because I remember at some point in the map, I was like... when I was trying to find... This is when I was playing the maps for the second time, I believe. When I was trying to get completionist, basically. Hold on. Where... oh, hello. Where's the freaking thing? I'm worried I'm gonna miss it because I know I've done that before. It can't be it should be around here. I remember this one gave me a lot of troubles, but when I was playing it a long time ago, for what I remember, there was a point when I was like, oh no, I know where it is. I remember. It's in this next room, isn't it? If this is where there's a crusher, then this is it. Is it? Is it? This is not the. This is the room. No, I don't know. Is this the room? I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out. See, and I have less reasons to use the plasma. Sorry for jumping topics as usual, but you know, usual stuff. Hello. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Hey, I saw that. Who threw that? There you are. And the switch is over here somewhere. Now, there's gonna be a power-up. No, there isn't. Okay, good. I was gonna start raging about not me using the power-ups where I should. Show your belly. I think that was your butt, but oh well. Works well enough. Yeah, I think this switch is in this room somewhere. Not completely sure where, but anyway. So yeah, one of the few weapons that I did keep, the multiplayer weapons, that I did keep, of course the static rifle, because I love that freaking weapon, basically a railgun, so I like railguns, there's that. But the other one that I kept was the Hellshot, but I say kept in air quotations because we turned it into what was it called? Carrion cannon. That was basically Major Cook's work on that weapon. I know that switch is in this room, I just don't remember where. Jesus Christ. Oh, hold on. Why is this place open? Isn't it? I think it's in here. Yeah, I think this place opens later on, so I cannot get it right now. I think that's basically the issue. Well, we'll see. So Major Cook worked on that weapon. I gave him complete freedom to create that weapon. It took him a while. He was working on it for a very long time, and by the time I was getting close to releasing the D4T, the version where that weapon was, because honestly I don't even remember which version that is. Oh, maybe that opened that place. Yeah, there it is. I knew it! I was already starting to understand what the Hellshot was for, so I did tell him, like, perhaps we should, but it was too late to be making adjustments to a weapon that was already being worked on, so basically we did nothing about it. But yeah, that was the point when I was noticing that the weapons did not suck, it's just that I sucked at using them, understanding what they were for. So I guess I can go into a little bit about what the weapons are for. For example, the Hellshot. Oh, and may the record show that I purposefully or purposely, I don't know, I never understood the difference between those two words, purposely and purposefully or whatever. That I purposely kept the Hellshot. I did not want the Carrion Cannon and D4T. It's not that I could not replicate the behavior, I just didn't want that behavior. I wanted a weapon that was basically a copy, a replicate of the Hellshot. That was my intention when I brought the Hellshot into D4T. Just wanted to say that. So the hell shot, for example, I understood what was the purpose of that weapon, and I started liking it a lot because it was like a tiny version of a railgun. Well, not so much in the sense that it didn't pierce monsters. It didn't do a lot of the things that a railgun does. Super powerful shot that pierces monsters, but it was a really a fairly strong shot that was capable of dealing quite some damage at a quite acceptable fire rate if you knew how to use that fire rate. Hold on. Because it's one of those weapons that you can just hold the primary fire to keep on shooting. You have to be manually firing it, so you have to time the shots. How often you're pressing the fire button, because if you press it too far, I mean too fast, you're gonna pseudo jam the weapon. If you press it too slow, well, you're just gonna be firing slow. But if you learn to time the shots, well, guess what? You can fire at a pretty good rate. And I actually started enjoying that in multiplayer, to be able to time the shots for better results. So yeah, that was the purpose of the hell shot. I always thought that they were overlapping, the hell shot and the burst rifle, because they both have the same thing about timing the shots, learning to fire and all. Eventually I understood that they do have some minute differences, you know. I still think they're too similar, but even then they can stand on their own right, and I saw that some people prefer the burst rifle because it at least gives them a chance to hit something with one of the three shots of the burst, where with the hell shot you have to be perfectly accurate in every shot, because you only have one shot per fire. Oh shit, sorry for hitting the mic. So yeah, those are some of the differences. Like the weapons that I could never really figure out what were their best use was the Reaper, the DLC, the last DLC weapon, and the grenade launcher. I love the grenade launcher in the sense that I've always loved grenade launchers. Anybody that has seen me play games with their grenade launcher, they'll see how I just keep on using it because it's just too fun to be spamming those things. I think that's the purpose of the weapons, to be spamming, but in reality the damage, I think it's too low. It's difficult to hit with a grenade launcher considering it's mostly a defensive weapon, and the damage just doesn't seem right. But anyway, so yeah, those were the weapons. Where the hell do I go now? I don't know how to exit this place. Not up there, and I came from here. Oh, maybe that green thing that says teleporter right here, maybe that's the way out. Okay, what is this? So, just basically to sum up,
none could stand before the Horde, but the Doomslayer. Despair spread for him.
Hold on, which side am I supposed to? There's a power up.
Shadow dwellers.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess it counts like a power up. All right. So yeah, I learned to use the weapons. I learned to enjoy the weapons for what they were, what was their purpose, and now I really enjoy them. That was one of the main reasons why I brought all the weapons. Spoiler, come on, everybody has seen the trailer. Anybody that is watching these videos has been watching stuff in my channel, so therefore you have been watching the trailers and the teasers that I've released for D4T, so I don't think this is actually a spoiler, but oh well. Come on. Hello. Was that all? Okay, a couple more, no problem. So anyway, if you've watched the teasers, you know that in D4T, I'm bringing already all the multiplayer weapons, all the weapons basically into. Oh, how did I miss that? Hold on, I'm trying to focus here. Alright, that worked. So yeah, all the weapons are coming. That's a fact. I tried to balance them as good as I could. Wait, is this the exit? Oh my god, this is the exit. Well, that was a short map. Well, it felt like a short map. Hold on, I'm just checking right now, trying to figure out why did I miss. Looks fine. Well, that was a power-up that I didn't pick, but that doesn't count for anything. I got all the secrets, all the shits, all the stuffs. Alright. That was really a quick map. I don't even, you know, I don't even. Yeah, I guess I'll continue talking about bullshit in the next map. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like this video, leave a thumbs up, and leave a comment telling me what do you think about Titan's Realm and the music and Doom 4 and no, okay, do leave me a comment. Please leave a comment telling me what you think about the multiplayer weapons if you actually tried the multiplayer in Doom 4, because I'm interested in seeing what are the opinions of people. I'm too much into saying what I think, but you know, I'm curious to see what other people think about the weapons and which one was your favorite if you did actually play. But anyway, in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.